Hello everyone, Mr.Google here. Today I will bring you guys a quick fix. I know some people have some issues with Advanced Warfare on the PC. I had some issues, but they were taken away by adjusting a few settings. And it might have to do something I did in the past when I tried to fix Call of Duty Ghosts, which didn't work quite as well. But for me now, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it's running perfectly great, and I wanted to share it with you guys on my video. So sit back and hopefully it will get your game fixed as well if it's not working correctly. There are a few things that might be fixed after watching these videos, and one of those could be stuttering, blurry textures, the loading times that are pretty big, and the mouse acceleration some people are experiencing. So let's start off by saying that for people who haven't done it quite yet, if you are using Windows 7 or 8 or 8.1, go visit this page. I will place all the links down in the description and also additional information if something changes around, so keep that in mind. By the time you are watching, some of these problems could actually be fixed other way, and if I know that, I will also place that in the description. This is the MarkC Mouse acceleration fix, and what this does is it completely removes all of the mouse acceleration in your Windows computer. So who needs it anyway? Unless you need that, yeah, don't do this. But for those who are experiencing some acceleration issues, I am not, then go download this, because I did this like a year ago or something already, and I have not gotten any issues so far. So the next thing that could help is, according to people on forums and other discussion websites, is to adjust your polling rate to 125. So go do that, see if that works out for you. You might have to adjust your in-game slider for your sensitivity up a little bit, but for me it's at 500, but I know it works on 125 for a lot of people. So let's get back to this page. So at this time you have already installed this. Hopefully that works. I do want to let you guys know that please make sure you are absolutely sure you are using the latest beta drivers for your game, so for your video card. I will place a link down in the description for the AMD part, and if someone can link me to Nvidia, I will place a link down in the description as well. So please make sure you do not use, for example, video card drives that are more than a year old. That could fix a lot of issues with other games as well. So guys, we are in the game, so let's get started with setting up some of the options. Some of them might not be adjustable, or you don't have to adjust them all the way, but for me, if the first game I played while not adjusting my advanced video settings, it didn't work and I had issues, so I tried to fix it or get it working better. So yeah, for me all of the issues currently are gone, so that's great, besides some of the lag issues because we're not really on dedicated servers yet. But let's get started. Make sure your resolution is set correctly. For me that's 1920 by 1080. Display mode, for me it's currently on window node border, but I suggest you keep it at full screen. So guys, let's get started with the advanced video. There are a few things which are pretty important. Let's start off with the screen refresh rate. By default it was set to 75 Hz, which is not correct for my monitor. It is 60 Hz, 60 frames a second for my monitor. Sync every frame, you can turn it on. If you do not like screen tearing, I leave it at off. Not that big of a deal. Your monitor aspect ratio, I always rather select it manually just to make sure it is doing it correctly. So wide 69 for my screen. My render resolution is the resolution where you render the game at. Also set it to native. Well, there are now 3 options which have a pretty big performance impact, probably unwanted, on your game, which do not seem to make sense for me. If you basically the default value for shader preload is off. What happens is when you jump into a game after loading, the first 2 minutes or 1 minute you have stuttering. You have stuttering while the shaders are loading in the game. Not ideal, so I have to turn this on. It increases load times for every single game, but yeah, the good thing is it doesn't stutter when I play, so it's pretty good to play with this setting on. Only negative is long load times, even though I am on an SSD. Sometimes my friend with a hard drive is even faster in the game. Makes absolutely no sense. Super sampling, only turn it on if you have a very beastly PC. Post-process anti-aliasing, turn it off for now. You can crank this setting up later on, but for now copy these settings. Okay, depth pre-pass on, subsurface scattering on, medium distance ambient occlusion off, normal on. And now an important part. Cache spot shadow maps and cache sun shadow maps. If you turn this on, you get blurry and freaking ugly textures. It makes absolutely no sense. Let's read the tooltip. Results in faster rendering but requires more video memory. Well, I have 3 gigabytes. Should be okay. For now, turn it off. Unless, well, if you want to, you can test it, but I get blurry textures. Shadow map resolution, automatic shadows on. And for starting, let's say you want to set your texture quality at manual. If you have a pretty medium card or a medium end card, you can start off with extra. It should be fine. The game isn't all that hard for your computer, so start off with extra and turn them down all at the same. If you turn down the texture resolution, you might as well want to place the other ones to on high as well. But for now, we should be good to go. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure you update your video card drivers. You do the MarkC Mouse acceleration fix, and that's probably even enough for most of you guys. But if not, select all of these settings. So guys, that is basically it. As always, thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you next time. I hope I helped out at least a few people with this video. Please do bear in mind, this will probably not work for everybody. That would be impossible for me with just one computer and a bunch of friends who tested a few settings. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. If it helped, please leave a like down below, and I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.